Hello, it is Saturday, October 26th, and I'm doing some of my very last hive checks. I'm actually not going to get into the hives too much. I am going to do a mite wash or two and just see where my mite counts are. Haven't really been doing too much with the bees the last few weeks, just letting them go. Have fed them a little bit, just trying to get a few of the light ones up to wait for winter. And I've done some oxalic acid vaporizations. That's really all I've been doing. I'm going to do another vaporization today. There shouldn't be much brood in these hives, if any at all. So now's a great time to do it. But it's really all I'm doing. Weather's been really pretty nice. We had a cold front come through a few days ago, and it really cooled things off. We've got another one coming in a couple of days, and that'll pretty well be it for our fall. It's been beautiful, but I think the days of this kind of blue sky are numbered. So need to get out and finish up with the bees, kind of get them set up for winter. I will be putting on some sugar shims. I call them sugar shims. Here in maybe another couple of weeks. I don't like to put it on too soon. If you put it on too soon, the bees seem to just drag the sugar right out of the hive. I've found if I wait until it's cold enough that the bees are pretty well just clustering most of the time, then they'll leave the sugar alone until they need it come late winter, early spring, and then they'll start using it. So that's the plan. I am going to push a few of these hives together. The rest of the way, I've done that a little bit, but I'm going to snug them up together with each other, and then when I come back in a couple of weeks, I'll wrap a little bit of tar paper over top of them and put the sugar shims on, and that'll be it for winter. Hopefully they'll make it through. I am a bit concerned this year. I've not really had this concern going into winter like I have this year, just because my mite counts were higher than I would like them to be. But we'll see. Hopefully the oxalic acid's taking care of them and they're okay. But so not much to see. I'll record a little bit here, but it's pretty much just open them up, do a quick mite check, do a vaporization, and move on. Okay, let's take a quick peek here and see how some of these colonies are looking for winter. First thing I like to do is just reach around the back, give them a little bit of a heft and see how they feel. That one's nice and heavy. Just take a quick peek here and oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's pull a couple of frames and do a mite wash on these. See if we can get a feel for where mite counts are. Trying to be gentle. Nice, full of honey. Bees aren't very happy. They're all sticking their tail ends up in the air. They're not going to be very happy with me doing this, but I want to know where my mite counts are at. Let's see if we've got enough bees here to and I'm going to put them right back together. Hopefully not get them too riled up here. Got my bees. They all look pretty good. Don't find my queen. That's really all I'm going to do to these hives. And I'm not going to check every one of them. I'm only going to check a couple of them here. This hive in the middle, see if you can see it. This was a nuke I started earlier in the year. They're looking pretty good. I like the looks of that. I'm not going to bother them anymore. That's kind of all I'm checking on, just to kind of make sure that I've got a viable population here. Let's look at the next one. Not quite as many bees up here at the top, but I think they're okay. Oh, the colony is nice and heavy though, so what I am going to do, yeah, that is plenty heavy. Just push that up against the other one. These two, this one on the end here was pretty small. If one of them doesn't make it, it's probably going to be this one. We've still got a fair population in there. Not as good as I'd like, but I'm really just checking to make sure I don't have any complete dead outs or something weird. Nothing wrong with that one. I'm really just kind of looking down in the frames to see if these are all still full of honey, and looks like they are. It's been so warm that the bees are flying, but they're not bringing anything in, and that means they're burning resources, and I don't want them to do that yet. Burn through all their stores. So when we have rather warm fall like it's been, you kind of have to watch them and make sure you're not make sure that they don't eat themselves out of house and home. Okay, that's really all I'm doing. Let's see what my mite count is like here. I'm gonna sit here and swirl this for a minute, and then I'll go put entrance reducers on them, and we'll give them a blast of oxalic acid. I'm hoping what I'm seeing is zeros now. Oh, not zeros. Let's see what I'm counting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Well, that's still 2%. Not quite what I'd like to see, but it's much better than the 5 and 10% I was washing a few weeks ago. Should we see how fast I can get through these 9 hives with a vaporization? I am using the Larabe's Instavap, and I love it. I've got a little 2 amp hour battery, which isn't enough to really power it, but it's enough to get it warmed up, and then I'll switch to these 8 amp hour batteries, and I can go through all these hives pretty quick. So I'm going to turn that on. It's going to take a few minutes to heat up. There we go. And I'm going to dial this up to 4 grams. Yeah, 4 grams of oxalic acid. All right, let's see how long it takes to get through this. Done. 9 colonies. Done that quick. Love it. I'm in my last yard for the day, and I'm just going to hurry and hit these 8 hives with some oxalic acid. I've done mite counts, and I'm seeing about 2%. So still a little high. I'd like to see 0s and 1s, but not quite there yet. So I'm going to hit these again with another oxalic acid, and probably 1 more time after that, and maybe even 2 more times after that. We'll just see how the weather goes. If the weather turns off too cold, then I probably won't do that. I prefer to do oxalic acid when the temps are in that 55 to 60 degree range. I don't want the bees in a really tight cluster when I use the oxalic acid, because then I think you're treating the outside bees, and that vapor isn't going to penetrate clear into the center of the cluster. I figure if they can keep heat in, then they can probably keep a vapor out. So I like to do it when there's when the cluster's there, but just, oh God, somebody that's not happy with me. I like to do it when the cluster's loose, and let those vapors go all the way through the oxalic acid, all the way through that cluster, and I think it's more effective that way. I think if that cluster's nice and tight, I'm not sure how much of the vapor is really penetrating the cluster. So I like to do it when it's a little bit warmer and the bees are loosely clustered, but mostly in the hive. It's warm enough now that they're out flying, and they will for today and tomorrow, and then Monday night into Tuesday we're supposed to get some cold weather. So, and that may be the end of these really nice days. We've just had some gorgeous fall days, but those are quickly coming to an end, and so's the bee season. So I hope your bees are doing well. Good luck through the winter. Hopefully you come out on top come spring and you've still got some bees. I'm hoping that's my case. But thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.